Now, the starting point for this conversation and for this unusual coalition is very simple. It's about supply and demand. The math here is straightforward. In the next decade, about 1.6 million teachers will retire, and the 1.6 million new teachers will take their place. This reality presents both a real challenge and what I think to be an amazing, amazing opportunity. My goal, our shared goal, is that every teacher should receive the high-quality preparation support they need so that every student can have the effective teacher they deserve. But unfortunately, we all know that the quality of teacher preparation programs today in the United States is very, very uneven. In fact, a staggering 62% of all new teachers report that they felt unprepared for the realities they faced in their classroom. Think about that. 2/3 of new young teachers think they were unprepared to go into the classroom. Just think what our country would do if 62% of our new doctors felt they were unprepared to practice medicine. We'd have a revolution, but somehow we've been far too complacent in this space, which I think is equally as important. Only about half of current teaching candidates receive supervised clinical training. Less than 15% of teachers in high-poverty schools come from the top third of college graduates. And districts consistently report teacher shortages in high-need subjects like science, engineering, math, and special education. The current system that prepares our nation's teachers offers no guarantees of quality for anyone. For the college students themselves, who often borrow tens of thousands of dollars to attend teacher preparation programs, to the districts, the schools, the parents, and most importantly, the children that depend on good teachers to provide them with a world-class education. And it's stunning to me that for decades, teacher preparation programs have had virtually no feedback loop to identify where their programs prepare students well for the classroom and where they need to improve. Our teacher prep programs have operated largely in the dark, without access to meaningful data that tells them how effective their graduates are in the classroom. A good feedback loop and an accountability system would reward high-performing teacher preparation programs and scale them up, help them grow. It would help programs in the middle of the spectrum to self-correct and to improve. And it would support states to reshape low-performing programs or eliminate those low performers that fail to improve over time even after receiving the help that they need. Under our plan, teacher preparation programs will be held to a clear standard of quality that includes, but is not limited to, the record of preparing and placing teachers who deliver results in P-12 for P-12 students. As Deb Ball says very, very clearly, it's the outcomes of teacher preparation programs that matter most. The outcomes that matter most. I hope all this sounds like great common sense, but it's simply not how today's teacher preparation systems operate. And let me be the first to say that the federal government, we have absolutely been a big part of that problem. For far too long, we've been a compliance-driven machine rather than an engine of innovation. Our survey of teacher preparation programs required under the Higher Education Act has 440 fields that programs have to fill in. I wish I was lying there, but I'm not. 440 fields. Even worse, that burdensome bureaucratic survey focuses largely on inputs and not on outcomes, like job placement, the retention of program graduates, or their impact on student learning in the classroom. We know, too, that the existing accountability system is weak to non-existent. The Higher Education Act requires states to identify and to improve low-performing programs, but few states hold any teacher preparation programs to a meaningful standard of quality. In 2010, states identified only 37 low-performing teacher preparation programs at over 1,400 institutions of higher education. During the last dozen years, more than half of the nation's states have failed to identify a single low-performing program. Let me say that one more time. Over the last dozen years, more than half of the nation's states have failed to identify a single low-performing program. That would be laughable if the results weren't so tragic for our nation's children. People rightly expect that teacher certification or licensure should be based on a demonstration of effectiveness, and that's not the case today. Paper and pencil tests for teachers are not rigorous, they're not meaningful, and they're not useful. More than 95% of applicants pass those exams nationwide, and licensure tests do not reflect either the skills new teachers need or indicate any prediction of how they'll operate in the classroom. Our other teacher preparation program under the Higher Education Act, the TEACH grant program, provides scholarships to recruit teachers to work in high-need schools. The TEACH program is a fantastic idea, but but it too needs to be strengthened so it can better serve its vital role and support more rigorous accountability in teacher preparation programs and licensure. Everyone here knows that maintaining the status quo with the current system is unacceptable. As the National Council for Accreditation of Teacher Education has said, teacher preparation needs to be turned, and I quote, upside down in America, with much more attention paid to selectivity, accountability, and developing a stronger clinical practice. I couldn't agree with those recommendations more. So today we're releasing our plan for teacher education reform and improvement, right here, called Our Future, Our Teachers. We seek to create more accountability in teacher preparation programs, to better prepare teachers for the classroom, to boost student learning, and to foster systems of continuous improvement. Unlike today's teacher preparation system, we want to reward good programs, improve the middle, and transform or eliminate those that consistently underperform. Our plan has three core elements. First, it would reduce the reporting burden on states, but help them build an effective data and accountability system driven by essential indicators of quality. Second, it would reform financing of students who are preparing to become teachers and direct scholarship aid to higher performing teacher preparation programs. And third, it would provide critically needed additional support for institutions that prepare high quality teachers from diverse backgrounds.